Bergen Resnick, otherwise known as Brez Scales, has been going viral for crashing supercars and flexing his lifestyle, all while claiming he got rich through freelance brand scaling.
Thank you, freelance brand scaling.
But it's not true. What looks like just a regular kid posting random TikToks and YouTube videos is actually a genius who built a system that pulls in tens of thousands a month selling his course online. And you're probably getting pulled into that system right now. Brez is young, living in Miami, and driving cars worth your house. In other words, he's living the dream so many people wish for. That's why his content grabs attention so effortlessly. Viewers aren't just watching, they're inspired and motivated by it. It all represents success and freedom. And that combination of youth, style, and lifestyle makes people stop, watch, and get hooked. You don't just see him, you see how the lifestyle feels. You want that freedom, that excitement, that feeling that he somehow has cracked the code to living without limits. And there's no way to escape him. He's on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, all at the same time. He has a team of over 35,000 people clipping his content on WAP and posting it on social media. Combine that with crashing supercars, funny moments, and all the clip farming. Brez was able to use all these viral clips and grab the most attention possible. From that point, you've entered the funnel. Your attention is captured, and without attention, nothing else matters. You could have the perfect course, the most valuable knowledge, and nobody would see it. It's why Brez buys a new car every month. Supercars grab attention, but nobody likes someone who flexes their money online. That's why Brez stays very humble and reminds the viewer he's just like you.
Stop thinking that you're not capable of doing it and realize you're no different from the people who have done it.
Now that Lambo doesn't seem like a dream, you start to think that maybe this is achievable. Brez was a regular kid playing Fortnite, just like every other kid in 2020. Now he has everything he wants. Cars, money, freedom. You used to be a random Fortnite kid too. Why can't you have everything you want? You realize that your own life could look like that if you put in the work. The dream he's selling doesn't feel impossible, it feels real. And every new clip reinforces that idea. To anyone, it just looks like entertaining content. But every clip and video is built to pull you deeper into the funnel. You see him every day on your phone. He talks to you like a friend, and you trust him. His strategy to grab your attention worked perfectly. You now know who he is, want to be like him, and trust him. That's all he needs to lead you further into his system. The heavy lifting is done. You're hooked.
By the time he actually introduces his course, viewers aren't cold leads. They're already engaged, intrigued, and primed. That's why step one is so crucial. Attention is the foundation of the funnel. And then, suddenly, curiosity shifts into something else. You don't just admire the lifestyle anymore. You want to be him. You want that freedom, that money, that energy. You start imagining yourself in the driver's seat, cruising through Miami like he does, living a life where every day feels different and fun. And then Brez reveals his business model: freelance brand scaling, running ads to help brands grow and make more money, otherwise known as SMMA. It's the same business model Iman Gadji and many others followed to become successful, but Brez frames it different. Freelance brand scaling sounds unique and not what every other guru is talking about. Suddenly, you know the trick to achieving this life, and if he can do it, why not you? You're now in the second phase of the funnel. Whether you hear it from Brez or you get recommended a video on YouTube, Brez will make sure you find his second channel. This isn't just entertainment anymore, it's a masterclass. He shouts it out casually, almost like it's a side project. Now he has the attention of people who care, all in one place. The personal stories made it feel attainable, and the clip farm strategy ensured you couldn't escape.
Now, with his second channel, he has a list of people ready to buy. Think about it. You've already watched him for days, maybe weeks. You've seen him travel, go to fancy dinners, and make a ton of money. And now you can learn how to achieve the same life. Brez goes from a random guy to a teacher. He's no longer just someone you watch from afar. He's someone who's showing you a path, and if you follow it, you could potentially get the same results. He's simply sharing what he knows, giving glimpses behind the curtain, and letting you make the connection. If you learn this, you could have everything you want. You start to see comments, people closing their first clients, people starting to make some money, and most importantly, people like you. Brez explains challenges, mistakes, wins, all while staying authentic. He talks like he's talking to someone just like you. The second channel doesn't feel like a funnel. It feels like a gift, a friendly guide, the blueprint. But behind the scenes, it's another layer of the system. Attention has shifted into interest. You're now ready to take the next step. Brez will give you generic advice. You will learn basic things to become a freelance brand scaler. But of course, you're missing something. You need more information. You feel stuck and lost. And what's crazy is, you don't notice he's trying to sell you something. To you, it just feels like binge-worthy content from someone who's fun to watch. You imagine yourself in his shoes, but in reality, you've been funneled perfectly through phase 1 into phase 2, ready for phase 3. And that's when Brez tells you this.
Interested in checking out my completely free training on freelance brand scaling? Check out the top link in the description.
Turns out Brez made a simple course you can follow for free to learn everything about freelance brand scaling. Without thinking twice, you sign up for the free course. It's a tiny form, just your name and your email. Why wouldn't you? It's free information to building the dream life. Brez has already built credibility, relatability, and desire. You want to be like him. You want to learn what he knows. You want to be rich and successful like Brez. Entering in your email feels like a no-brainer, but what you don't realize is that you've officially been trapped into the system. Now you're in. The free course begins, and here's where the truth hits. It's slow, it's basic, it almost feels like something's missing. You're not handed the keys to a Ferrari, you're handed a beat-up Civic. It feels generic. You learn how to run basic ads. The same things you've learned from the YouTube videos, but you stay. You keep watching because Brez gaslights you into believing that this is the strategy you need to follow. And so you listen. It's enough to make you feel capable, but not enough to make you feel like you've learned the secrets. You see progress, but there's something missing. It makes you think, I can actually do this, but I could do it faster and better if I had the right tools or help. There's clearly something missing, and that's when the paid course is revealed. Brez doesn't just drop the link casually. He frames it as the natural next step. He's teaching you that success requires sacrifice, that pressure is what drives results. And the paid course? It's your way of committing, of forcing yourself to go all in. Brez is essentially telling you, if you really want this life, you have to give me money, feel accountable. What sounds cocky at first is wrapped in motivational quotes and promises of unlocking your true potential. You don't feel scammed, you feel motivated. You understand the logic. If you put money on the line, you'll feel the pressure to make it back, to succeed, to actually follow through. You trust Brez. You've spent hours watching his videos. Brez showed you this works. You've seen the kind of money he makes. And now, he's giving you the final step, the elite round table. You're ready to spend money on a course because you're investing in yourself, and Brez knows this. It's why he keeps saying he's just like you. It's why he keeps flexing his lifestyle. It's why he made you believe that this course is the key to everything you want. He has officially sold you the dream.
You receive an email. It's Brez, talking to you like a friend. He sends you the course. You decide to ignore it and move on with life. But then, another email. It's Brez again, but now he's showing results. Someone who joined the ERT and turned his life around. It's inspirational. You read about it. And there it is again, the link to joining the course. Some people might wait a day, some may wait a week, some might apply instantly, but the thought of this course never leaves your mind. You see Brez buying a new car on TikTok when you're working the 9-to-5 you hate. Even when you check your phone in the morning, there's an email. You can't escape it, and it's just a matter of time before you make that decision to apply. By now, Brez isn't just some guy on your feed. He's basically living rent-free in your head. His clips are on your For You page. His face is in your YouTube recommendations, and now he's in your inbox. The emails don't feel spammy either. They're written like quick little check-ins, almost as if Brez is personally nudging you to keep going, like a text. And even if you don't click, the thought of his course sits in the back of your mind. Every time you see a flashy car on the street, you're reminded of him. Every time you scroll past someone flexing online, you compare it to Brez. At some point, you decide to apply. You click the link, enter your email, your phone number, and a few details about yourself. Things like your budget, how much you want to make, what your goals are. On the surface, it looks like a simple application form. In reality, you've just given Brez's team the exact blueprint of how to sell you this course, because now they know your pain points. If you said you wanted to quit your job, they'll remind you that freedom is within reach. If you said you don't have much to spend, they'll frame it as sacrifice, saying you can't expect to change your life without giving something up first. And if you've got cash, they'll push to fast results angle, promising you could hit your goals in less than 3 months. The emails quickly become calls. Someone on Brez's team dials your number, ready to walk you through the entire pitch. Every question you ask is met with an answer that makes the course look like the solution to all your problems. You're convinced, you're motivated, and you're ready to buy. Except, they don't close you on the phone. Instead, they book you for a Zoom call. Suddenly, this doesn't feel like a purchase anymore. It feels like an interview. You're told they want to see if you're a good fit, and when something feels exclusive, you start trying to prove yourself. On the Zoom call, you're shown everything. The lessons, the system, the Discord community, screenshots of success stories get flashed on the screen. If they did it, why can't you? You're reassured at every step that this isn't just another course. It's a full path to the lifestyle you've been seeing all over your feed. And the longer the call drags on, the more invested you feel. You've spent an hour listening, imagining yourself in the same position as these success stories. You don't want to back out now. By the time they ask, are you ready to take the next step? You're basically nodding already. And then comes the big reveal. The price. $4,000. At first, it sounds insane. You weren't expecting a number that high. But by now, you've been softened up. You've been told this is an investment in yourself. You've been told you'll make it back in a couple of months. And the thought of saying no feels like throwing away your shot at the life you've been chasing. Your brain starts doing the math for you. If the course really helps you
land 1 or 2 clients. Maybe you can make it back fast. If other people in the Discord are making thousands a month, why couldn't you? And if you don't take it, what's the alternative? Going back to scrolling TikTok, wishing your life looked different? That's the psychological corner Brez pushes people into. It's not just about buying a course. You're forced to choose between the life you have and the life you want. $4,000 stops looking like a cost and starts looking like a ticket. So you do it.
You hand over the money, and just like that, Brez makes another $4,000 sale. There's no doubt this course works. You can learn real skills and make some good money. But if only 10 people join in 1 month, that's $40,000 for Brez. Now think about this. He gets millions of views on his videos, so it's clear that he's making way more than $40,000 per month with this. Whether you like it or not, Brez is a marketing genius, and there's no doubt he's making some crazy money at 21 years old from his course in scaling brands.